Good morning. It's Mark Shepard, and I'm here with my daily morning musings, morning meditations, whatever you want to call it, cowabunga.com. And every day I take a little time, even if it's just literally 60 seconds. Every day I start my day from a place as best I can of peace, of quiet, of reflection. Every day I am making it a habit to set up my day with my intention, with the idea that the thoughts that I think affect my reality. And I want to reflect a little bit upon the fact that we can think all the positive thoughts in the world we want, but we're still going to experience challenges. We're still going to experience challenges. The difference between someone who is destroyed by their challenges or someone who is made, created, empowered, inspired, motivated by their challenges is one simple core belief. And this simple core belief is, it is perfect. And you might even want to ask, why is this perfect? Here's an example from my own life. I'm a romantic. I have a big heart, and I have been really searching for understanding in romance. I've been searching for understanding and the skills to be the kind of man that the kind of woman I want to be with wants to be with, right? And along the way, I've met some amazing women. And I have had a learning curve because I've met amazing women, because I've been willing to open my heart. I've come across a number of amazing women who, for one reason or another, were not able to meet me where I was hoping to meet them. And I think this happens. I think there are women looking for a certain guy. There's guys looking for certain women. And I think we have a belief that if we don't find this person, right, that there's something wrong. And the bottom line is, it is perfect. Wherever you are, it is perfect. I recently had to once again let go of the idea that I thought I had met someone who was my soulmate. And she may still be my soulmate. But right at this point in her life, she's not really available. So for me, the reality is, it is what it is. I have a choice. I can go, oh, well, she's not ready, right? And I can be upset. I can be frustrated. Or I can go, it is perfect. If she's not ready for me, then obviously, A, I may not be ready for her. B, there may be someone else who is literally energetically just waiting to come into my life. Or 3, all of this romance stuff may be a false belief anyway. So there may be a fourth option. The fourth option may be that really I love myself. How am I unavailable to myself, right? So the point of all this is none of that personal stuff really matters. What the point is that whatever is in your life, whatever is the reality of your life, is perfect. I keep coming back to this quote from the Course in Miracles. You do not know what is in your best interest. If something that you want seems like it's not working out, and that goal is really in alignment with yourself, then perhaps there's something you haven't considered. Perhaps there's a different way of looking at it. Perhaps there's something better on the way. Perhaps the ability to let go of our expectations and our attachments to a person, an idea, a thing, a place, that may be what you're working on. I mean, let's take that into a different context. Let's say you've lived in a house for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. Maybe it's the house you grew up in, and for some reason, circumstances are saying, it's time to move, right? And you don't want to move. What is it in us that resists this change? What is it in us that resists this opportunity to take the next leap of faith? And the question, why is this perfect? To ask that question, why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? If you want to lose weight and you're not, if there's something else you need to get before you can make progress. If you don't get that, you're not going to make progress. It's like your body or your unconscious mind or your higher self or spirit or God or whatever it is saying, hey, if you just lost the weight and didn't get the learning, right? If you just made the money that you want to make and you didn't get the learning, if you didn't get the skills and the tools to realize what it is you needed to realize for your own personal soul growth, then it's pointless to give you the money. It's pointless to help you stop weighing a certain amount. Do you understand it? If you find the love of your life, but you haven't earned it, right? If you haven't gone through the prerequisite personal trials and tribulations and challenges and growth and healing, you may not even be able to appreciate that other person. Do you understand? I mean, it's almost like this whole myth or this idea, this fantasy, this dream of the soulmate can only be realized if you have done work on your soul, and if your soulmate has done work on their soul, and you come together in a way that is mutually supportive, mutually challenging, mutually beneficial, a way that works for both of you. If it only works for one person, that's not win-win. If it only works for the other person, it's not a win-win. It has to be a win-win. If it's not a win-win, it's just not ready yet, right? It doesn't mean it won't be ready. But the question is, why is it perfect? Why is whatever's happening in your life right now, the thing you don't want to have happen, the thing you can't stop from happening, the thing that you would pay any amount of money to make this go away, right? I mean, and this is what the John of God seminar kind of brought to me. How bad do you want it? The old Zen story of the student shows up and the teacher goes, well, how badly do you want to learn? Oh, I want to learn. I want to learn Zen. I want to learn to enlightenment. I want to be awakened. I want to be a Buddha. Great, okay. Come with me. And the teacher takes the student down to the lake or the sea and says, follow me. And the teacher wades into the water, and the student, a little perplexed, follows. And the teacher says, come here. The water is about this high. And the teacher gently takes the student into his arms and embraces the student and then pushes his head underwater and holds his head underwater until the student finally, struggles and fights his way back. And the student was like, well, what did you do that for? And the Zen teacher says, well, when you want enlightenment, when you want understanding and learning and truth and awakening as much as you wanted air just now, then I will work with you. Right? So, why is this perfect? Why is wherever you are right now perfect? It does not mean you can't move through it and move on and create something better. And the idea of personal mastery is to continually create something better. And today I want to challenge you. Look at what is in your life. Look at your life exactly as it is and acknowledge that it is perfect for your soul growth. If we are spirits and we've come here and inhabited these bodies that are kind of like our spaceships and we travel through this earth plane, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of traveling through this earth plane if it isn't to learn? And if you haven't learned what you need to learn, right, you're not going to get what you want to get. And the reality is, once you learn what you've come to learn, all the other stuff doesn't even matter. And then it comes easily. Then you have a thought and it shows up. But if you're continually stuck in this box of someone's got to fix me, someone's got to save me, someone's got to heal me, someone's got to rescue me, someone's got to love me, then you're missing the point. The point is, it is perfect. Why is this perfect right now? This is ultimately the secret of all happiness. This is the deepest, most powerful secret of the universe. And that is, why is it perfect? It is perfect. Whatever you're experiencing is perfect. You may not like it, but if you're not liking it causes you to grow, to change, to reflect, to reconsider how you've been thinking, how you've been living, how you've been relating. If it doesn't cause any of that, what's the purpose? It's supposed to do something. If you're just stuck in your misery, in your pain, in your dis-ease, ask yourself, get quiet. How is this perfect? What do I need to learn from this? We all want an easy fix. We do. It's human nature. We want a magic pill, a magic mantra, a magic technique that will magically make everything all good and better, make us rich and popular and good looking and healthy and smart, sexy. We all want that. The reality is, whatever you got, whatever you have, it has been created perfectly for you, for your soul growth. For your soul growth. We don't even know what that is. But what is the point of being the richest man in the world if you have no freedom? What is the point of having the hottest, most sexy, most attractive, most popular, most successful person of the opposite sex or same sex, whatever your preference is, in a relationship with you? What's the point if not for your growth? We are only here for a short time, people. Eternity is forever. And we will be dead a long time. The idea of Cowabunga, the concept of Cowabunga, is to face your end with delight, with power, realizing that Cowabunga, you took a leap of faith and you came into this world, into this body, from who knows where. We don't know where you come from. We don't know where we go when this short, exciting moment is over. But it is perfect. Why is it perfect? Why is your life perfect today? Why is it perfect right now? Get yourself a piece of paper, get yourself a piece of pen, and start writing. Why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? You don't have to write anything more, just why is this perfect? You might want to mix in a few, why does it work out better than I could possibly imagine? But today is, why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? How is this perfect? Why is this perfect? How is this perfect? What can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow? How can I use this to fuel my journey? How can I use this to motivate myself? How can I use this to inspire myself and maybe even inspire others? How is this perfect? Why is this perfect? Why does it work out better than I can possibly imagine? That's my morning thought for today. Play with that. See what happens. See how you feel. Check in. Listen to your soul. Pay attention. Take a moment. Take 30 seconds. Take 60 seconds. Write this out. It is perfect. Why is this perfect? How is this perfect? It's going to work better if you put it in a how or a why question. But even just considering, what can I learn from this? What am I not seeing in this situation that is truly a tremendous gift? In the John of God circle that I went to on Saturday, there was a moment when the room, I don't know if the room was so hot that I couldn't stand it or the energy moving through me was so intense. It's just like I couldn't stand it. I wanted to get up and leave. I wanted to open my eyes. I wanted to scream. I wanted to go open a window. I wanted to just get up off of that uncomfortable chair. And I stayed with it. And I kept saying to myself, I don't know what this is. As the heat just like was burning off me. It was just like this heat. And I was just like, I am going to stay here. I'm going to stay with this. I am, it's like our monkey mind goes, oh, it's hot in here. Right? And I just kept going, why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? And the other day when I realized that the woman that I'm so deeply in love with may love me back, but she can't process it right now because her life, there's just so much going on in her life, and romance is just not on the table. She's in survival mode. And so I began to ask myself, why is that perfect? Why is that perfect? Why is it perfect? I had a number of clients who canceled, like for today. This is the day that I normally saw, 3 or 4 weight loss clients on a Tuesday. And they canceled. Some of them didn't even cancel. Some didn't even show up. And for me, it was like, okay, why is this perfect? Someday I'm going to find a way to reach those clients in a way that absolutely helps them through their doubt, helps them through their challenges. But for me, why is it perfect? Well, it opened up my day. I have a beautiful day stretching out in front of me in which I'm going to get a lot of stuff done. I'm going to get stuff done that will help maybe not just one person, but maybe thousands of people. I'm working on several different courses right now. And maybe spirit, maybe the universe is guiding me away from one specialty into another specialization. Maybe it's time for me to move into a different specialty. Maybe I need to focus more on my anxiety clients. Maybe I need to focus more on my music. Maybe I need to focus more on my painting. I don't know yet. The question is, why is it perfect? Anything that seems like a disappointment, anything that seems like a failure, anything that seems like it doesn't go the way you want. Why is this perfect? How is this perfect? What can I learn from this? How is this a gift that I can't yet understand because I'm too close to it and I need to pull the camera back in my mind, in the mental movie screen, the mental movie screen of my mind. There, I got it out. In the mental movie screen of my mind, I need to pull the camera back, get high above it, look down and see the big picture. And the big picture is ultimately, perhaps, this whole belief in a soulmate might be a myth, might be a lie, or it might be something that is so true that only a really awakened spirit can get it. I don't know. I'm just going to keep working on it. I'm going to keep working on it, and I invite you to join me in the process. There is no arrival. There is no done. There is no I am healed now, and therefore I don't need to learn anything new. No, every teacher goes through all the same challenges that every student goes through. But for the teacher, he or she has to walk the talk, has to do the work. No excuses if you're a teacher. If you're a teacher of any ideas like this, you have to practice it. You have to practice what you preach, and that's what I'm attempting to demonstrate every day. I'm not perfect, I'm not done, I'm not finished, but it is perfect. Wherever I am, whatever I'm working on is perfect. Why is it perfect? Whatever you're working on, wherever you are, is perfect. No matter how painful, no matter how challenging, no matter how devastating, depressing, grieving, sad, tragic, trauma, whatever you've gone through, use it. Use it. Find a way to use it. How is it perfect? What can you learn from it? How is it perfect? Why is it perfect? So that's it. I'm going to leave you with that today. Write it out. Why is this perfect? Why is this perfect? And I'll see you again tomorrow. Cowabunga.com.